and welcome to a brand new video. This week I'm doing a review video on the M1 xTool. Now, if you don't already know, this is a laser cutter, it engraves, and it also cuts with a blade, so a bit like the Cricut. Now, I have been a Cricut user for a few years, but this is a huge step up. This does a lot of things and it opens up so many options for small businesses with the sorts of products that they can produce. If you're a small business owner like me, you'll know how expensive it is to get stuff manufactured without even knowing if it's gonna sell or which products are gonna be most popular. So this is an amazing option to make products on demand. You can do personalized products, and I'm talking about engraving onto things like tumblers, water bottles, slate, laser cutting, wedding stuff like cake toppers, wood, like there's so many options. So I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've been making with this. I got this a couple of weeks ago. I've already been sampling things and I love it. It's such a great machine. This particular model is the 10 watt, and I also have the riser, which allows you to have different sized products on different layers. It comes with a whole host of things like rotary accessories, mats, ready for cutting, lasering, engraving onto all sorts of shapes and sizes of products. I also went for the premium material package, which honestly has about 250 samples of all the sorts of materials you can cut onto, laser, and I'm going to show you a few of those examples now. So starting off really simple, you can cut things out of wood. This is 3mm plywood. You can go a lot thicker, it takes a bit longer. This took less than a minute. It laser cut around it and you can't really see much scorch lines. I thought there would be loads of brown here from where the laser cut, but it doesn't have that, and yeah, it did it so fast. I imagine more delicate patterns on this, like this could be a decoration, I imagine would take longer, but the laser seems to be really quick. So that is a huge benefit. And like I said, if you're a small business owner, the things you can do with this are endless. I'm so excited to try out more products. So on the same piece of wood, again, this took seconds. I think this one took 5 seconds. You just input any image you want into the software and you can choose the depth so you can see how dark you want it. And then this is another example. So this one goes in a little bit deeper than the other designs I did. And you can just see how sharp the design is. Like, it's not blurry, it's just, oh, I hope you can see the quality on the screen. But again, this didn't take long, like a couple of minutes. It's kind of engraved it in, not engraved, sorry, this one is laser. And when it comes to the laser, it has this screen that protects your eyes, and it also has this casing. So I think this might be the first machine, don't quote me on that, but this is one of the only machines that has a casing around the laser. And that means that you can use it indoors, which is a huge game changer for a lot of businesses, or if you're doing things like this as a hobby, you might not have like a big garage where you can have a place outside for all the fumes to go. So the reason this is great for indoor use is the casing protects the room from the fumes, and you also get this tube, I don't know the technical name, that plugs into the back of it, and then you put the other end out the window. The only thing I would say about this is that it could be a little bit longer. I'm sure I could go and buy one that's longer, but it'd be good if it came with one like double the length, just because sometimes I'm not quite near a window and my windows are up high, so it's a little bit hard to reach the window. So far that is my only negative. This could be a bit longer, but I think I could just get another one. I was super excited to try the next one. This is slate, and this is a slate coaster, and you can engrave, so I've just done my business logo, but you can do anything, like really intricate things, like you could put a photograph into it and do the design. So say you're selling like personalized things like this. I was thinking this would be great as a number on a door, just like the phone holder that I showed you, this one. The design is just, it's so precise and sharp, and it's so easy to do. I thought it was going to be really daunting to set this machine up and work it out, but it was so easy. And I think it could be because the software is similar to Cricut, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit, the difference, because it has a feature that is just so great, and the one thing that Cricut really doesn't do a good job of. So I am right in saying this is the first machine that combines the laser with the cutter. So you don't need two separate machines if you want to cut things with a blade as well as the laser cutter. So it's just got an attachment that you add in, and you can cut things like heat transfer paper. I'm really, really happy with this. It's definitely wider than the things I can do on my Cricut. So for me, that is very exciting news. Next, I'm going to show you the brief steps that it takes to do these engravings. I'm going to take you to the computer, show you the software, show you the amazing feature that it has, the camera. Yeah, then you can make your decision. I don't really have many cons. The only thing I guess is that this took 10 minutes, but I really think that that is actually quite good. Obviously, if you're manufacturing hundreds of them, then it would be, maybe worthwhile getting stuff manufactured. But if you're doing personalized things, you're going to be making them to order anyway. So 10 minutes without having to really do anything is fine for me. Once you put it in the machine, you don't really have to do anything. You click a couple of buttons and then you leave it. So you could be getting on with other work while it's working. The software did say that this would take 40 minutes, and I was like, that is not good. But it actually only took 10 minutes. So I'm really impressed. And it is Slate after all. So it's quite an impressive machine, I think. I love that it's got this casing. It's really minimalist, it looks nice, and yeah, I don't mind having it out on display in my studio. Okay, enough talking, enough examples. Let me show you the machine in action. So if you're a Cricut user, you'll be familiar with this sort of software. It seems to be really similar. The one big difference is that there is a camera. So this image that you see on the screen is actually a camera image of the mat in the M1 machine. So you can place what you're cutting into the machine and see it in real time. There seems to be a way to connect the machine via Wi-Fi, but I don't really have time to work it out right now. I just want to get cutting, so I've connected it with the USB they've provided, and I'm going to get using the machine now. So immediately the xTool creative space is showing the piece of wood that I've put in the machine. There's a little camera that shows the workspace. So it means that when I put a design on top of this, I can see exactly the positioning of where it's going to cut the laser. So purely because it's my first ever go, I'm just gonna pick a shape, like a really simple shape. Let's do a star. You can change the size. Now, I never normally use designs that are not mine. As an illustrator, I have my own designs, but just to see if it even works, I'm gonna do this star shape and have a play around with the settings and see if it works. It did it in a blink. I didn't even have time to move my camera to show you. Obviously, that is just an engrave. If I was to cut through and have a star shape, I would need to, it would probably take like 10 minutes, I think, I don't know. But if you already have the thing you want, the product, and you just want to maybe engrave a name, like you're selling maybe personalized things, that would be seconds. I can't get over how quick that was. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this review video. I don't think I've even scratched the surface on the sorts of things you can do with this machine. I'm going to create a tutorial video next. I then want to do a video on products that you could use in a small business that are different to the ones that come with the machine. So like I said, this premium package comes with like 245 pieces of material. So there's loads of things you can do, but I really want to try like enamel mugs and tumblers and see how it works with the clamps and how the cylinder works in this machine. So watch out for that as well. All in all, I'm super impressed with this machinery. It's quite expensive, but I feel like it opens so many opportunities for things you could sell in your shop, or if you're just doing a hobby, it's a lot of fun. a little bit daunting at first, but once you get the hang of it, it is super, super easy. Okay, that is it from me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll get to do more things like this and share useful content that can help you in your decision making when it comes to your small business. Okay, that's it from me. I'm gonna get making more things. I've got lots of ideas for designs that don't just involve my logo. Okay, bye guys.